For many, Natalia Estemirova was a bastion of human rights in one of Russia's most volatile republics. People trusted her and the work that she shared with so many journalists and researchers the world over. But in her passing, pressure is now mounting on the Russian government to safeguard the difficult work of activists here in Russia.
Mourners follow the body of Natalia Estemirova, united in grief. The cortege passed through the streets of the Chechen capital Grozny, where she devoted a decade of her life defending human rights. Meanwhile, in the Russian capital, a single bell tolled in her memory. News of her death has shaken Russia's fragile human rights movements to the core. Many activists, a large number of whom had worked alongside her, took to Moscow's streets in outrage.
Something should be done, something should be changed so people don't die for telling the truth. This is scary.
It was a real shock, but I was not surprised. Who will be next?
A tribute too from Russia's president speaking in Germany.
One fact is completely clear. This murder is connected to her professional activities, and her professional activity is needed for any normal state. She did very useful things. She spoke the truth.
This was Natalia Estemirova at work in the Chechen capital Grozny. Up until last week, she had been collecting evidence on alleged atrocities carried out by Chechen forces under the authority of the Kremlin-appointed president of Chechnya, Ramzan Kadyrov. Estemirova's colleagues are under no doubt over who was behind the murder.
The authorities of the Chechen Republic, and first of all the president of the republic, Ramzan Kadyrov, who once directly threatened her and regarded her as his enemy, are to be blamed for her murder. All her investigations have to do with what we call governmental terror in Chechnya. Let's call things by their right names. It's governmental terror when the leadership carries out illegal violence. This was her main task.
The Chechen president was swift to denounce the killers. He plans to launch his own investigation.
We'll definitely disclose this crime. Those who are guilty will be punished. They got to the Chechen Republic's territory. They kidnapped her from the center of the capital. This was committed by those who are not people.
On Wednesday, Memorial confirmed Estemirova's body had been found in neighbouring Ingushetia. She'd been shot through the head twice. She had received many international awards for her work. Friends said she was aware of the dangers but committed to the job. Russia recently ended a counter-terrorism operation in Chechnya after a 10-year military presence in the republic. They handed over full authority to President Kadyrov, entrusting him with rebuilding the country. But Chechnya and its neighbours are still home to Islamist rebels committed to fighting the pro-Kremlin authorities.
Estemirova's death is the latest in a series of killings of journalists and human rights defenders in Russia. Her murder has been condemned both at home and abroad, shattering any illusion that may have existed about stability in Chechnya. Neave, Al Jazeera, Moscow.